Yo, it's Dr. James Utley, your resident code breaker data scraper. And I'm here to roll out another cringeworthy tool that I've been working on. Now, actually, I've been working on this for a long time. It's called Vybrid. You've heard me talk about it. It is a AI coding assistant built in Rust for Rust development from the trenches. It was an adaptation of DeepSeek Engineer version 2, just a Rust rewrite, and it is pretty legit. And I have hooked on an LSP, hooked on a lot of ways to add knowledge base data files, etc. And so let me just show you, give you the quick preview of how it works. All right, here we are. So let's say hello and enjoy the. Oh, first we gotta launch this guy. So let's clear it off. Let's launch it. Yeah. All right, so you launch it with the keyword Vybrid. Then let's just give it the old hello. Boom. Knocks it out so fast. All right, can you tell me about different dogs? And it gives you the, see how quick it goes? Just kills it. All right, okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and, oh, sorry. I think I have this command. / man. Oh no, maybe it's just clear. All right, perfect. So it has a / menu. So let's check it out. You can either hit it up, you hit it up by help. So you got the menu. So you got exit. You can add files here, so add the file to the conversation. But you can start a new conversation with a / new tools. So list all the available tools. Let's go ahead and just do that for essence. So here's all your tools. So making all the tool calls. So that's kind of how it works. All right, let's head back to the help menu and let's check out the actual menu. All right, so it's the actual menu. So it uses GroqCloud, GROQ, which is super fast inference. It's optimized for that model, for the OSS 120 billion parameter model, which is basically like the best like tool calling model that GroqCloud offers. But you could essentially use any model provided from GroqCloud. All right, so as we see that the Rust LSP is off, so that's a language server, LSP language server protocol. So let's just turn that guy on. We're going to connect it now. So now you see that the Rust LSP is connected. We're going to back it up. Let's hit something else on that. All right, so I also have SERP API, because that's for the tool call, calling to the web. SERP gives us beautiful JSON files, and so it's just easier for it to parse. And so I use SERP API versus just like an organic call to the web, because you just get a deeper response. All right, now you can also configure it for offline use using LM Studio. This uses all the OpenAI compatible stuff, but you can configure the LM Studio so then you're like offline, no internet. Whatever local model that you can run on that hardware, you can use. And it's really quite easy. All right, so then let's go ahead and say, build me or actually, before we get all crazy into that, just clear this out. And let me show you that it has a shell node. So for example, you wanna get to another directory. So let's just like make a directory, which is test 12. All right, so then we have that. So we can move into test, or we're in the shell. We can see that we built the directory test 12. All right, so now we're in that directory, test 12. And then we can say, hey, make me a Nate game, please. Make it simple and have it launch when completed. And boom, we hit it up and we're going to see something happen here. It's going to create all these files. You see now it has a cargo tool. So cargo is the package manager for Rust. So, and it also will look at the compiler. So it's just going to rock through here and it's going to build all this stuff. And you see it's building as agents do. It does what agents do. And yeah, okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead back and say, all right, let's just open another window here. And what was that one thing called? Just 12. Okay. And if you see all the, maybe you're not seeing this because maybe my big fat head's in the way. Oh no, yeah, you're not seeing it all. Let me go ahead and change this up. Okay, so we're gonna clear that, and this is where we're just gonna use the same window. We're gonna quit it, and we are going to change to that test 12, and you see that all the files are there, or let's see if you're seeing all the files are there. Yes, you are. All right, now, because that was the cargo, so we're gonna just build it. We're gonna build this, and it's doing as it does. All right, cool. And let's give it a cargo run, and bam! Look at that, we got a little game. Woohoo! See that? How many? I think it's very long now. And then so it's built for Rust. So as you know more about different packages, things drop Rust. Then, so like for example, this game right here, you can say please build it in W, which is the engine for Rust, which would be cool. And then, yeah, it's a little late. And it's pretty legit now. So I use it as kind of like a starting point on my daily driver. Of course, I'll drop stuff in cursor also, just because I was raised in the VS Code world. Even though I can vim it up. I can vim it up if I need. This is probably my best game of Snake I've ever written. So here we're gonna see something if we kamikaze into the wall. And it says game over. All right, with that, again, let me go ahead and launch this for you. It's called Vybrid. It is an AI coding system built in Rust for Rust development. I use it all the time. Wire it up, use it, fork it, follow. And with that, I will see you